Hi guys and welcome back to the Taste and Bloom kitchen. My name is Yasmi and today I'm making this very delicious kontomire stew recipe, or palava sauce as some of us call it. I'm sure you're going to love this one, so please stay with me. So I'll start by adding some palm oil into my saucepan. You can use vegetable oil if that's what you like. And then I'm going to sweat some onions for about 5 minutes. So don't worry, you can increase the amount of palm oil. I use just a little over 1 tablespoon for some personal reasons. Okay, so I'll sweat the onions for a bit, and then when they are a little translucent, I'll go in with my other ingredients. So I'm going to add my aromatics. So I've blended some onions, ginger, and garlic. That will go in. I'll give it a mix and then allow this to fry for about 5 minutes so the flavors begin to develop. If this is your first time here, hello, like I said in the beginning, my name is Yasmi. Please consider subscribing and joining this amazing blooming family. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch my videos. And also, please give me a thumbs up on the video so that YouTube continues to recommend my content to others, okay? So I just added some cooked and blended turkey berries or susa or bedroom, whatever you want to call them, okay? And I added my pepper to this turkey berries because obviously it was small. So that's what I've added, and I'm going to give this a good mix and then allow the stew to continue cooking and building flavor. So the turkey berry has some sweetness to it. You don't want to skip on that. It's going to add a ton of flavor to your consomme stew. I'm not going to be using any artificial spices in this recipe, so I'm trying as much as possible to use the natural ingredients that bring natural sweetness to the stew. So in goes my blended tomatoes. I'll also give this a good mix and then leave this to steam or stew, if you like, for a while, maybe about 10 minutes on low heat so that the tanginess from the tomatoes will be lost entirely. So of course, in the 10 minutes, I go back to check on the stew and then it's looking good already. It's doing very well. So I keep stirring and then leave it on fire to continue cooking. Like I previously mentioned, please give me a thumbs up on the video and also leave a comment down below on your way out, okay? And as well, share when you're done watching the video. So now our stew base is doing good. I'm going to go ahead and add in my agushi. So what I do now is to get the seeds on the market and then add a bit of water in my blender and then blend this. It's that simple, okay? So once I add it into the stew base, I'll cover and leave it on low heat. So honestly, the intention is not to make it into big lumps or chunks in the stew. I wanted the gushi to cook through very well, okay? So that's one of the reasons, or the main reason, why you have to cover and allow the low heat and the steam to cook the gushi through. So for about 5 minutes, I did that and then went to give it a stir. And then obviously this is my second stir. And then once again, I'll cover and allow it to continue cooking on low heat. Once I go back in there, I check up on the gushi is doing very well. What I have to do is to now come and season my stew base. So at the moment, I'm going to go in with some shrimp powder, dried herrings powder, and salt. That's all the seasoning we need for this delicious contemporary stew or palava sauce, okay? So once again, I'll give it a good mix and then cover and allow the flavors to marry beautifully. And then go in with my smoked mackerel, or in Ghana, as we call it, smoked salmon. So I have the recipe for this on my channel already. You can check it out if you don't know how to make this on your own at home, okay? So coming back to the stew, yes, all the flavors are doing well. I'm going to go in with my cooked consomme. There are times that people add the kontomire without cooking. That's to your preference, okay? But sometimes I just want to cook it first. So once it goes in, I'll give this a very, very good mix to make sure that everything is mixed up beautifully. And then give it a last cover. Leave it on low heat for about 5 minutes. And then our stew should be ready to be enjoyed with some boiled yam, plantain, plain rice, you name it. It was super delicious and so much flavor dense, okay? So please try this recipe and let me know how it goes. And until we meet again, keep blooming.